Hi guys, how are you doing? My name is Desian Richards and I am one of the guidance counselors of St. Mary's College. Hi my students, how are you? The guidance department has decided to utilize YouTube in order to get our weekly guidance lessons out to our students. It's different, to be talking to myself in a camera, but I know you guys are gonna receive the video with smiling faces. I can sort of some of you say hi miss. I can sort of see some of your reaction doing that. We miss you. You give us a lot of trouble, but at the end of the day, you are important to us. So I hope you are all well at home. I have a little say that I say, it's not by might, it's not by power, but it's by the Spirit of the Almighty God. And I rest in that scripture every day. It's not by might, it's not by my own power, it's not by my own strength, but I have a bigger power and a bigger strength. It is by the Spirit, it is by the supernatural Spirit of God that has kept me so far. And as I said, I hope you're all at home staying safe, listening to the Ministry of Health advisory, social distancing, washing your hands as much as possible, using an alcohol-based sanitizer if you're not at home and if you have no alternative. And just social distancing at this time is very important. What we know about COVID-19 is that the virus needs human bodies in order to stay alive. And if it has no more human body to transmit to, then it will die. And that is the goal of the Ministry of Health, that we social distance so the virus cannot pass to bodies, because the virus needs bodies in order to be sustained. Without a body, the virus will die. That's what we want, and that is why we're encouraged to social distance, so that it cannot be passed on and it will die. It's a virus, it can die, right? And as I said, I hope you're at home being safe. Now, the guidance department has decided to utilize YouTube in order to send out our weekly motivation to our students and our parents. But for this video, it's for our students only. The first thing I want you to do is to go to Desian Richards, DECIANN Richards, RICHARDS, and to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to click notification, so that every week when I send your weekly guidance lessons, that you will be notified. So you won't have to be scrambling to get the link every week. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, DECIANN Richards, and click the notification button. Click down the bottom there while you're watching the video. Click that notification button and it will alert you every time I send a new video. Also, for any questions, read the lesson. I'm going to be asking you to write it in the comment section. All the things that have to do with the lessons, as much as possible as I can, I'm going to be attaching it to the bottom, down the bottom there, to the bottom of the video. So if you scroll down past the video, all the things that I can send and have ready to send in terms of documentation, maybe a blank copy of a timetable showing you, because we're going to talk about structuring our week in today's lesson. Everything that pertains to the lesson, you can find it down the bottom of the video, and you can write your comment if you have any questions, anything like that, right? Beautiful. For the 6 weeks that we will be doing this, and the Ministry of Education has stated that school will remain closed until March the 31st. And so that gives us a fraction of 6 weeks left, right? For those 6 weeks, the guidance department has created a formal response to the COVID-19 pandemic. And for our guidance lessons, we will be focusing on structuring your week for success during COVID-19. We will be looking at time management in the lessons. We'll be looking at how to study effectively during COVID-19. And also, we may look at different type of technologies that you can use in order to get your lesson more out of your online lessons, because there are teachers using Google Classroom, Schoology, Edmundo. There are other platforms out there, and so we'll be sending out videos that will teach you how to use those platforms correctly, right? Because you are being asked to function in a virtual space, and you need to learn how to function in a virtual space. We'll be looking at Zoom, how to sign up for Zoom and all of that, because some of your teachers may require you, and some of the activities that we'll do as a guidance department will require you to use some kind of online platform. That may be the reality, right? We'll also be looking at how to study effectively during COVID-19. I said that before. Self-care and self-management. Right now, self-management is a big thing out the road. If you're not learning to self-manage, you're in a problem now. If you don't learn how to self-manage, listen to me now. The teacher is not there on your back anymore. You're now the CEO of your life. You are the chief executive officer of your own time and your own life and your own choices. And so it's very important for us to teach you about self-management skills, teach you about self-care skills, and that's a part of self-managing, managing your mental health, your emotional health, and your physical health. And a part of that, all of that is self-management. And we're going to be teaching you how to do that. And also, we're going to be looking at choices and consequences. Because a lot of teenagers and a lot of students have more time on their hands. But we want to look at the fact that every choice we make, there's a consequence. Everything we do in life has a payday and a paycheck. And we want to be like the ants, where we prepare during this time. We prepare for the time that's coming. And for us, it is a time when the world gets back on track and you are being demanded to perform at the highest level. So we are going to be looking at choices and consequences and how that affects us. And we're going to be looking at careers. You know, we are thinking about, and we have not started working out, but we're thinking about inviting somebody from Choices to do a workshop seminar with our students, with you, our students, about career choices and the world. Where is the world going? Because this is a new normal, students. We are about to see a new normal. And where is it going? What direction is it headed in? What jobs are becoming obsolete and what jobs are becoming high demanding jobs, and why? So we'll be doing all of that for the 6 weeks. God's Spirit Life, working on it. And the first thing we're going to be talking about today is structuring your week for success. Now, while I was at work, not every week, but there are times that I would sit down and I would structure my week. Structuring your week is very important, students, because you want to know that you want to be sure that you are not just busy, but that you are effectively getting things done. You can be busy. You can look like you're productive, but you are unproductive. You can be busy, you know, so you're working, you know, but the work that you're doing is not carrying you any closer to the goals that you have, and the work where you work, it's not taking you to your destination where you want to go. And so we want to make sure that we're just not working. We want to make sure that we're not just lazy and not putting in enough work. We want to make sure too that we're catering to every part of our lives. And I cannot stress that anymore. I saw a student, I am assuming he's overseas, through one of our teachers sending it to our teachers chat. And the young man was saying he is overwhelmed because the demand that is made of him academically is insurmountable, number one. Number two, emotionally and mentally, he's trying to cope with this disease, this viper called COVID-19. So emotionally struggling, mentally struggling, because I think he's in the US, and the US rate of infection and death is very high. And just coping with all of that and coping with the reality of your own life, plus teaching upon your back every day and stuff like that. And when I heard him talk as a counselor, I could pick up a few things. I could tell that he was not attending to his self-care enough. So structuring your week to get to so that it can satisfy every area of your life is important, so that you as an individual don't feel unfulfilled. You are self-motivated, and boy, isn't self-motivation a big thing now? This thing of being intrinsically motivated, that means no teachers round your back telling you to do the work, but you have to be motivated enough. You have to have the encouragement to go on and to be motivated enough. And I picked up a few things that he was not dealing with his self-care enough. So for structuring your week, I recently bought this book. I wanted to show you. It's called The Goal Accelerator Planner, and it was created by Nicole McLaren Campbell, one of my self-development mentors. And even before I got the book, she is one of my self-development mentors. You know, following her and having her teach me virtually and stuff. There was something that I learned, and it's called a Sunday setup. A Sunday setup is you sitting down right before the next week begin and structuring your week. So we call it Sunday setup in our part of the woods. Sunday setup is where you sit down on the onset of the coming week, like the Sunday or the Saturday or the Sunday before the week that's about to start, and you write down all the things you need to get done to make your week effective. All the things in every area of your life where you need to write down to get for the week to be a success for you. And success is not only getting the schoolwork done. Success is also being healthy physically, being healthy mentally, being healthy emotionally, being healthy in every area of your life. That is what true success is. So true success is not only getting one area of your life complete. True success is having a balance in every area of your life, being well in all areas of your life. So what we start with is that we start with our Sunday setup. So on a Sunday, we do what is called a brain dump. And I don't know if you can see it, it says brain dump, where you write down everything that you need to get done in the coming week. Just write it down. It's not organized as yet. It doesn't make full sense as yet. The picture don't come together yet, but you're writing down everything what you need to get done this week for every area of your life. And so for this week's lesson, I want to talk to you about structuring your week in 3 areas. 1, your self-care. 2, your academic life, which is your schoolwork and your assignments, because schoolwork and assignments and studying is 3 different activities them there, you know. Schoolwork is for the teacher, to show the teacher that you understand. Well, schoolwork is a teaching and learning process. So your teacher teach, you learn. Assignments is for the teacher, so that the teacher can know you understand, but studying is for you. And those are 3 different activities. So assignment is not studying. Assignment is very different. So I want you to have it clear that your schoolwork is for the teaching and learning process, an opportunity for the lesson to be taught while you try to understand. And for some of us, while we're learning, we're not understanding much. It is when we study, then the understanding comes. And then the assignment is for the teacher, so that the teacher can see what you understand, so he or she can address the issue and have accountability re you and your grades. So we're going to look at that, structuring that, and then we're going to look at your chores time. Now, let's start with your self-care. Students, it's very important at this time that you understand that your mental care, emotional care, and physical care, your psycho-spiritual care is important at this time. Let's talk about your mental health. And there's a concept I want to really talk to us about, and it's, exercise. How do you mentally, emotionally, physically, and even spiritually care for yourself? One of the strategies that I have found that works, and I don't get it enough, and boy, I have started doing, I am the CEO of the Health and Fitness Club, but I have lapsed when it comes to my exercise over this period. And I had to just jump up the other night and start to walk. You understand? Because it's very important. Exercise is very important now for you. And we're going to look at the science of exercise and why during COVID-19 you need to be exercising or doing some physical activity. Now, post-exercise, there are chemicals called endorphins that are released into your body. I don't know if you know anybody who is an exercise junkie, but I used to watch people who exercise, and I used to wonder why in God's name them people are obsessed. They are so obsessed. I don't know if you watch people who exercise, but I can tell you that they are obsessed. Like you want them addicted, and I'm going to tell you what's the addiction. The addiction is not the exercise. If you ask some of those persons, they will tell you they don't even like to exercise. It is the feeling after they have exercised that keeps them addicted. It is like the drug, the feeling that the drug gives your body that keeps people addicts to drug. And that is why exercise is a very important drug. Because during post-exercise, your body releases a chemical called endorphins, and endorphins the endorphins released in your body gives your body that feel good feeling, that high. I don't know if you've ever exercised, and after you exercise, you see, you're peeing up, but if you keep exercising, after a while you feel good. Oh Lord. Yo, the body go on a high. I have a friend who suffered from depression, and it was almost to the point of clinical depression. And she explained to me that one day she got up and exercised, and she said she feels different. Students, you need all the help to get yourself, you need all the help to become motivated and to sustain your motivation. You need all the energy, because exercise gives you energy. You need all the energy you can get. You need all the motivation you can get. And the natural way that your body is designed to give you the motivation and the energy that you need during this time to keep up with all the demands that are being made of you is exercising. Exercise, and I know Miss Sims is saying right now, yeah, exercise is one of the key ingredients that your body naturally respond to stress with endorphins. A matter of fact, I'm going to tell you something. The medication that is given to persons, I think, with depression, your body naturally releases that when you exercise. So in the medication for depression, there is a chemical in it. What your body does is naturally release that chemical, the high chemical there. Exercise releases that chemical. So now you know what to do. If you want to just become energized, motivated, and if you need energy, if your body feel lazy, sluggish, Lord God, you can't move and you can't bother, one strategy that you need to be using during COVID-19 is exercise. You can exercise in your home. There's a young lady called Patricia White. She is on, all the gyms are out, by the way, can I tell you? So all gym instructors are finding a new way to reach its members. And there is a young lady, if you go on YouTube and type in, I think it's Patrice White. Check it out. Patrice White. Look for her on YouTube and subscribe to her channel. Put her on notification, and every time she's about to do a new exercise, you'll know. Even 5 minutes per day, students. Remember, we talk about habits, Remember, we talk about creating and sustaining habits. You don't create and sustain habits when you're bolt out. I don't know if you ever see a race. I don't know if you ever see a 5,000 meter or a 10,000 meters. There's such a race as 10,000 meter, long distance race. I want you to know that steady is the pace of endurance to the end. There's nobody that wins a race by bolting at the start line. And even the 100 meter, one of the shortest races you have, I want you to know that when the person comes out of the block into their dry phase, it's a steady movement until 50 meters down the road, the person starts to sprint. Because the body is like this. If you go too fast in the beginning, you're not going to have enough energy to sustain yourself. And that's what people don't understand about habits. In building any habit, if you go too hard, too fast, you're going to run out of steam. The key with habits is to make the habit small and effortless, like you can do all on your worst day, you can do it, and to sustain it. So when we talk about exercise, if you're not an exercise person, 5 minutes per day. The key now, students, is consistency. The key now is to make sure, say, that 5 minutes they do. Now, there's 24 hours in one day, and all exercises asking of you is 5. Think about that. And that's all you have to commit yourself to. 5 minutes. If you feel you can go, the 10. Those of you who feel you can do it, the 50 minutes. All to ask of you. And the key is to make the habits. Every day I have to tell myself this, Because me will sprint a little. But I have to remind myself that I need sustenance and endurance for the rest of the journey. And so I can't run too fast. Steady is the pace of the tortoise, but he will finish the race 5 minutes. So that's benefits of exercise. So self-care now, you need to find a way in order to take care of yourself, your mind. Now, for those students, when we talk about mental care during COVID-19, maybe it's a journal. Maybe it's just writing a journal, writing out your thoughts. Just writing. Maybe it's prayer. For me, it's prayer. But recently, I found out being at home, I don't like the structure prayer. So for work, I'm able to get up and make sure, I pray. Or when I reach in my office, I'll pray. But I sort of like the prayer now where I'm just jibing it through the day because there's nobody really around me except my son in the days. And I can pray as I go along. I like that now. So meanwhile I'm making calls to parents and me feel a little prayer come on, me just bust the prayer. And me I write in my log or me I do something, school thing, but just bust the prayer. When I feel the prayer, I just bust it. And try and make sure that, that romantic thing between me and Daddy Jesus continue for the day. I'm sort of a little bit like that now. You need to find something in every day, every week for you. I may say to you now, students, probably watch a good movie. A comedy make you laugh, a bad movie. Now me go bust you up on a website that I found. Lord God, should I do that? It's a free website. I don't know where to jam it up so I can get my free movies. But I gotta bust you up on one website that my sister-in-law bust me upon from America. So that you can get some movies to watch. And just watch it and watch a bad. You watch a bad movie yet? You ever watch a bad movie last night with my son called The Invisible Man? Bad movie. Yeah, at that mental health, emotional health. Watch a movie, watch a comedy, laugh, jibe yourself, man. Yeah, enjoy you and self-care. Deal with those things in every week. So you see your Sunday setup, you have to put your self-care in there. Maybe it's reading a book, because I sort of like reading, and it's not a like for me anymore. I have become a better person because of reading. If there's one habit I can tell someone that has changed my life, if there's one habit I never want to lose, God please cover me under your blood, is reading. Reading has changed my life and made me into a more efficient person. Reading make you wise. It like reading, we just learn. And how do I read? At 2018, I read about 13 books. Now, bearing in mind, I couldn't even read one before. You know how I read 13 books? 3 pages a day, 5 pages a day, that's it. Consistency and small habits. So structure in your week with your self-care, your you time. Now the next thing I want to talk to us about is when you get up in the morning, structure in your week, get ready for work. It's very important during COVID-19, you and I get ready for work. Don't do not work in your pajamas. I think we wear pajamas in Jamaica, but you understand what I mean. Don't do no work in your pajamas, in your night clothes. Get ready for work. And our Chief Executive Officer in the Guidance Department, Ms. Stephanie Weber, spoke to us as counselors about that. It's very important that you transition your mind from your bed where you sleep in a car, bed after sleep. That's why when you see the bed, you say, oh, my bed, I just jump on the bed because bed after sleep. So when your mind say bed, your mind say lay down. Now, it's very important that you transition your mind every day from the bed lay down thing to work. Your mind has to get a shift. Your mind has to switch. Sleep, work, switch. And so during COVID-19, that's harder to do for all of us. I'm going to be encouraging you to get ready for work. Get up, comb your hair, fix up your little self, put on a uniform and that me talk about. And put on your little yard clothes, beard, brush your teeth, get ready for work. Transition your mind from sleep time and yard time to work time, although it's work from home now. And that's very, very important. Maybe it's praying, as I said before, but find some element of self-care that you want to do. Ladies, you may want to get up and comb a little hair and put on a little makeup if you feel like. Let me tell you, COVID has definitely changed the game for a lot of us. Some of the women I follow, and they are great women, one of the things I see them doing is getting up and getting ready. Getting up, comb them ear, put on them makeup, put on little nice clothes, because what it does and signal to the mind is work. It helps with the energy for the day. It helps with your energy and how you feel. I can tell you that to make this video, I comb my hair, put on my little clothes. I never feel like making a video really. But you see, by the time I comb my hair, put on little makeup, so I look cute and nice and thing. Yeah, like the energy come on a little bit. This is work. Work from home. You can see behind me. Home. Right? Structuring your time. Get ready for work. The second thing that I want to talk to us about is your structuring your week in your Sunday setup for your schoolwork during the week. Now, on your Sunday setup, that list of things that you need to write down per day to cover, please put your school class time. Now, at St. Mary's College, we are sticking with our timetable. The school administration has encouraged every teacher to stick with your timetable. Now, these are uncharted waters. So there may be a teacher that has changed up something with the timetable, and that's understandable. But as much as possible, the teachers of St. Mary's College has been asked to stick to your timetable. So you should be working from some timetable. For some students who you're not having regular class because you're having online and internet and data connection problems, those students, what you can do is structure your own timetable. So those of you students who have your online platform going up very well and you're getting scheduled work done on different schedule, that's fine. But if you're a student who don't get the work consistently, and if the schedule is not made consistently, what I'm going to encourage you to do, think I'm probably in the AC too long. What you need to do is structure your day same way. Organize at least 3 subjects that you need to study for the day or you need to get work on for the day. Organize at least 3 to 4. I say 4. 4 subjects per day that you need to get done. Now, the guidance department is currently calling all 900 students number by number. And so you should get a call from me if you're not getting work on consistently. I try to make link with the various teachers, and we have started making those calls, right? For those of you who are having problem and you're not getting your schoolwork consistently, at the bottom of this link, I want you to comment and probably send me your email or something so that we can talk privately offline and I can call you to find out what is happening. By the way, everything that I can able to upload, like if whatever that has to do with the lesson, please click below and you're going to see the information below. Yeah. So we're at your schoolwork and structure. You're at the schoolwork part of it. Also, in your week, please structure time to do assignments. And what you're going to be doing, students, you're going to be prioritizing the assignments, right? You're going to prioritize the assignment based on due dates. Now, I trust that all SBAs are in because I know the teachers of St. Mary's College have been working assiduously to get SBAs collected. So I trust by now your SBAs are in, and if by any chance you're seeing this video and you're a student at St. Mary's College and your SBA is not in, please click in the comment section below, send me your email address or something so I can reach out to you. Structure your assignments based on priorities of when they are due. In the week, structure your study time too. Your study time. Probably, and when I keep talking to us about small, consistent habits, students, you know, say you could study for no hour when you come at Mary's. Don't we're talking Mary's start now. You know, say your name could study for sit down. No 1 hour, but you study from it in a school. So me I love to know now when you depend your own, you don't have no manager but yourself as the chief executive officer manager. Me would have like to know if you fool yourself, so you're gonna do that, and me not fool myself really. So you're gonna do that. I would hope you're doing that, but I don't know in my heart to heart you're not doing that. What am I saying? 25 minutes per day. 20 minutes. There's a technique I want to teach you for your study technique, and I'm not doing study tip now, I'm doing structuring, but I'm going to talk about it now. It's called the Pomodoro technique. The Pomodoro say you literally go to your phone, click clock, put 20 minutes there, decide where you're going to study from before. So decide what you want to study, go to your phone, click clock, timer, put 20 minutes, and force yourself to sit for that 20 minutes and do not move. After you hear the phone alarm, you break, walk up and down, go drink water, use the bathroom, do what you're doing, and you hit it 20 more minutes. I'm going to be encouraging you to use that technique because I know for a lot of my students that sit down for an hour now go work. Pomodoro technique. Time yourself with that task. At the end of the task, so put a clock, timer, decide what you're going to study before. Remember, we're structuring the week, organizing. Decide what you're going to study for. Pomodoro technique says, time yourself, go clock, timer, 20 minutes, start. Sit down for the 20 minutes, study whatever you study, read over, and I will do study techniques too, right? Different study techniques. Read over, do your little web or whatever you're doing to retain the information. When you hear the clock alarm, you get up and then you take a break and give the mind a mental break. What it does, is that it gives the mind, is almost like a reward system. The reward! To get the reward, you have to sit down for the 20 minutes and then you get the reward. You can't even reward yourself with a social media break where, I don't know if the right word is endorphin, but I know some of us endorphin get really excited when we talk about social media, the way we love it. So what you can do, you can use social media as a reward, but the job is to sit down for the 20 minutes and get it done. And when you do that, you can treat yourself with a little social media time. And then after 5 or 10 minutes, you go back again. And that's the reward. And we're going to be talking about study techniques. But you're structuring that in the day. So you get your assignment, your school class time in, and your study time in. Also, structure your week, students, with your chores time. And the reason I put chores in here, I'm going to tell you why. Now, I forgot. I am on a video now, not in class. A lot of students are going to experience more conflict at home now because you're in your space for the day. You're at home for the day. And a lot of parents and children are battling it out. A lot of parents are having a hard time. And we're sort of glad for that, because we want our parents to understand the work that teachers do. You have 2 and 3 and you're dying. Imagine you have 900 and you see how that feels. So I hope every parent is appreciating every teacher now and understand the peculiar task. Because if you have 2 and 3 at your home and you get in so much problem, imagine 900 and schools that have 1,300. Beautiful. So I put a chores time in because I know that there are a lot of butt heads going on at home. A lot of conflict in the home. Get your chores in your daily and weekly structure, students. Your structure. So that you and your mother and your father at home will have less conflict. You need to limit the amount of conflict that you have so you can have peace at home. And boy, if you don't have peace at home during this time, me I like to know how it go for you, because you are encouraged to stay at home. And in staying at home, if you don't have enough peace at your yard, turn on your yard, and your whole next slogan, turn on your yard, and your yard don't have no peace. How your state of mind? How is your emotional mind? How is your psychological mind? So chores time, structuring your chores. If you know you need to get up and wash the dishes first in the morning, get up and structure it for first in the morning. tidy up the house, wash out the dishes, whatever you need to do. If you need to have a discussion with your mother and father and say, Mommy, class start 8 o'clock. I can wash the dish and after I finish my maths class, then I sweep out the house, but structure in your chores time and have some communication with your parent and some chores being done to lessen the conflict at home. So for your activity for the week, you are going to do your Sunday setup. You are going to do the structure for the week that is ahead, the things you need to accomplish. Now you see, you don't think about all of that, and you don't write it in your brain dump. Because that's where that goes, you know. That actually goes in the brain dump part. You see, when you don't write all of those lovely things, I even have a little vision board right here. I don't know if you can see it. I can put my little vision board in my planner. When you're done to the brain dump and you let go all that, I'm going to say, you think about it. Your self-care, how you going to treat yourself this week, what you going to do, you know, what you going to work on, how much subject you have to do, how much assignments you have to do that week here, which subject you going to study, how long you going to study for. When you don't do that all the time, brain dump on the paper. And remember, brain dump means you just write it down on the paper. Then you're going to structure in your day, each day, what gets done. And this is what mine looks like. No, that's the brain dump. That's the brain dump. Hold on. Yeah. No, students, we are aiming for perfection, but we know we're not perfect because we're not full, eh? So I wrote my Sunday setup and I wrote my activities for the day. And let me tell you, some of them not start do yet, but at least I have a guide. I have a guide and I have an accountability system that's keeping me in check. And once I work at this every day, I know that at the end of COVID, I'm not going to be at 0. I might not be at 100, I might be at 40 or 50, but 40 and 50 better than 0. My point is, get some structure in your week. Organize what you need to get done. You don't have no planner. But me never did have no planner neither. Like me take a time before me could have buy planner. Me used to have my little book when me get free. I'm writing my little book till me can afford a planner. Right? And I structure mine weekly. And I don't know, I'm trying to look for Monday. I don't know if you can see, but it does say call 30 students. You see that? So the guidance department will be reaching out to 450, and I said, God, I'll try and call. I'm going to make 30 calls today. I am going to send out the online referral form to all the teachers, and I write up my little something with my little son. So for my little son, I'm going to read the book, Becoming Theme, and them little thing there. Structure your week. We don't want busy. We want to be effective. We not just want to live, but we want to live great, and we want to say, not by might, not by power, but by the Spirit of God. And we are do our part too, that we are going to be like the ants that is prepared. Let us be prepared that when C6 say exam, we're not, Lord God, let me know the internet, me know that. How long you didn't know saying I have the internet for? Like, how long you didn't know that? Like, there was enough time for you to try solve the problem, reach out and get help. So, I am looking forward to seeing your activities. I'm going to be dropping my email at the end of the video. Look at the bottom. I'm going to be writing my email, writing my contact, what information down the bottom of it. So, your assignments, I'm collecting them by email. I have a Google Classroom thing set up too. So if you want us to do Google Classroom, we can do that so I can see the assignment. So I'm looking forward to seeing your Sunday setup so I can help you to create that good structure for you and that is tailored for you. And we say, whoosh, whoosh, we're out of here. God bless you.